All right, welcome back to My Mom's Basement. It is Robbie Fox, and I am here with The Used, coming fresh off a show at Pier 17. How was that last night? One of the coolest venues in the city.
Amazing. One of the coolest venues in the world, I think. We couldn't believe it. It's one of those moments where you're like, I can't believe I'm in this band. I can't believe what we get to do. It was awesome.
Was it your first time playing Pier 17?
No, I think we played with Rise Against.
That was our third time yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Do you remember your first show in New York City?
Remember the first time in New York City?
Yeah.
First show, let's think. Let's go back. I mean, we're over 1,000 years old now, so what, the late 19th century is kind of hard to remember a little bit.
I remember some really sick shows. Like, I remember Hammerstein Ballroom was really, really sick.
It's a great venue.
Yeah. I mean, we've always had good shows in New York, so it's good.
Yeah, I just saw Ed Sheeran played MetLife, and he shouted out the Mercury Lounge right away. He was like, I remember my first show ever was Mercury Lounge.
Wow.
Thinking about that, just the smallest venues in New York, and then obviously to the big ones, the Pier 17s and the arenas, stadiums. It's crazy to see the rise. Here to talk also about the new album from you guys, which I think is awesome. A really cool record, a really cool sound across the whole thing. It's your 9th album. How do you balance keeping things fresh but also catering to the sound that fans love and know from you guys?
We kind of take inspiration from ourselves and from what is going on in the moment. It's really about a feeling. It starts with a feeling, and then we kind of try to build a song around that.
And when did this album start coming together for you guys? Like, what is the timeline like for the most recent Toxic Positivity?
This whole album was done in 2 sections. There was one that was kind of mid-pandemic, would you say? Mm-hmm. And we did like a 10-day jam where we flew out, recorded 10 plus songs in 10 days. We just kind of tried to go through it really quick. And then like less than a year ago, we went back in and did another 10 songs, kind of similar, like just quick going through.
And then you cut the album from those 2 sessions pretty much?
Best of the best.
Yeah. And I noticed on the last album, the deluxe version of it was super long. Like, absolutely. 26 songs, was it?
26, I think,
yeah. So this album is shorter. It's like a 30-minute listen, real quick. Was that a conscious, like, let's go shorter for this album or no?
We have another 10 songs still. So it'll probably be either another deluxe or a double deluxe or
Just maybe a B-sides record,
Yeah.
all on its own. But yeah, we wanted a really short, quick record, bang. I think it's kind of speaks to the madness of everyone's attention span.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You worked with Josh Feldman on this one.
John
Feldman, sorry.
Really close.
Close enough.
What do you think draws so many people in the genre, in the scene, to him as a producer?
I think he has superpowers. I think he's really mindful of doing simple chord structures and simple things sonically with music that just make it so easy to write cool melodies over. And he's just a good judge of what is not going to work, I think. I love working with him. It's very fast-paced.
We've worked with John for 20
7 out of 9 records.
Yeah, seriously. So we really work well. He brings the best out of each one of us in different ways. He knows how to work with each one of us because we've been doing it with him for so long, and so it's nice to go into some routine that you don't really realize is a routine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's kind of become like a family to us over the years, I really look up to him as far as that goes,
When you go in to work with him and work on different albums with him, do you always have different sonic inspirations for the albums, or you always find yourself coming back to, the classics that you love?
I love all the classic Sonics. Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Genesis. Oh, yeah.
The new Sonic.
Movie? I didn't see it.
No, the new Sonic
The
game.
I heard it.
It's
You bought it on Steam, right?
An open world. They just announced the 2D one to try to make up for that. This week they announced one.
Cool. Yeah, they should make up for that. It was terrible.
We just have Gamer Talk? Oh, this got great.
It's called My Mom's Basement, so we could get nerdy if you want.
Oh, we'll go there.
John Feldmann's way of doing things is kind of like if I have a poem or if I have an idea, then we kind of try to spiral from there. And yeah, he facilitates any kind of horrific mood I could be in, whether it's just upset about the whole world or I'm literally feeling fucked. Like I'm kind of feeling a little fucked right now. And he understands anxiety and depression and really gets it. Tries to pull it out of me in a huge way. He's always done that.
That's great. I mean, so many people have worked with him over the years. His resume, I feel like you could stack with the best of them.
Yeah, he's that talented. He could write 3 songs a day. Is how he rolls.
I think he does most times. Yeah.
Is that? I mean, you said it's pretty quick with him, but every song is you kind of go in and you hammer it out quick with him.
Lately.
Yeah, it just seems really natural. We kind of figure out a riff or a vibe or just a basic chord structure, and then we work around that. We get a vocal melody, just sing some la la las, and then from there we write lyrics, and then after that is where we put drums, put bass, and then put guitar, or put guitar and then bass, either one.
And did you go into the studio with this one with a specific intention for the overall album, or you were just looking to make good music?
It was specifically to put feelings to music. I was in a really, really bad place, and it's always good to be in a bad place with John Feldmann, because you can be, it's like therapy. It's cathartic to be able to put yourself into a song like that.
And get something positive out of it.
Yeah, and to kind of not be afraid to be open about things that are going on.
Yeah.
And ideas. Anyone has an idea, it's valid. Everyone kind of pitches in.
Like if you were to hear all the songs we did over the 2 sessions, you'd be able to hear the first half was really depressed and kind of angry and sort of angsty and some other words and why. And the second half was a little more positive.
Yeah,
you know,
I
and it
feel
was
like
kind of coming up.
The
and coming
album
out.
kind of has that narrative in it.
Yeah, you can kind of feel it
Yeah.
from the both sessions. You know?
Absolutely, yeah. I'd love to get into some of the tracks and kind of just rattle them off, and you guys talk to me about what went into recording them or writing them or anything like that. The first one, Worst I've Ever Been, super heavy intro, kind of like kicks the doors of this record down and starts with more of a negative outlook than the record ends with, obviously. Worst I've Ever Been, you can't get down
Sometimes
from
it's
there.
just-
Yeah.
Sometimes it's progressively worse and worse and worse, you know? And I think everybody's felt that way. The pandemic brought that out in a lot of people. It's just a powerful, selfish, me record. I think in the past we write a little bit more of stories and maybe he, him, they, them, she, her. But this one's definitely about me. And being in a place that's up and down, these guys let me just put my honest feelings in the lyrics. Didn't have to be complicated, just had to be from the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate everybody kind of vibes out when you say that.
Yeah. And for you guys, like, to be a support for someone writing lyrics where they're in a dark place, like, how do you support that person when you're in the studio? Are you just like, get it out?
We try to vibe into what,
Yeah.
like, we'll talk about the song Meeting in the beginning and, like, what Bert's kind of feeling and where we should go in what direction. And then we'll all just sit and vibe out on, like, lyric ideas or, like, just pushing him to come up with a better idea or to excel the idea. Because Bert's definitely the lyric master, you know, and so we're just trying to put in anything that will help
Yeah,
change.
it's cool. Some of the best lines in the record are kind of collaborative lines that, you know, through the cracks of the pavement. That was your line that you said, and it was just like the perfect fitting line for giving up. Yeah, it's cool. Or we come in with a open blank slate, and it's like, what kind of song do you want to write? And everybody's like, maybe it needs more heavy songs. So we kind of jam from there.
What's cool is we do that same idea right there, but with each instrument. So we'll sit down and, like, give, you know, like guitar ideas or bass ideas. And you'll jam for a minute, like somebody will jam for a minute, be like, oh, hey, try doing this. We've done that in the past, but it seemed like a little bit more so, like, just verbal, you know, less like letting them jam on and just kind of getting past it, more just like, that's cool, you know, just asking questions. How does this work? Like, bass-wise, like, how do you like, should I add this chord here? Is this too much, you know? Mm-hmm. Just trying to get everybody's, like, idea on the same page for every little nuance.
That's awesome. I love the first song on that one. And then Numb, awesome verses on this one. Very unique verses, super fast, almost rapping the lyrics of them. And then the bass line as well. Love the bass line on it. Heavy,
King
fat.
Bass Lord.
Yeah.
It was so fun watching Jeff do the bass for this record. he not only kills, he has such a beautiful understanding of music in general, chord structure, keys, and
Beautiful.
it is amazing. Jeff plays bass more than any other bass player.
That's very
According to the
true.
internet.
That's
He's even
extremely
playing
true.
bass when he's not playing bass. It's
I got
insane.
something going on right now. Hold on, guys. I'm doing a session. I'm in a session right now. Hold on.
Yeah,
No,
Numb is a perfect example of coming out of the pandemic or trying to and being stuck in it. You know, those times in the beginning where it was like, oh, it's only going to be another 2 weeks. Like, oh, it's only going to be another month. Oh, now it's another 6 months. And oh shit, now we have 2 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, after a while you just feel numb.
And then the ending of this one kind of like just turns into chaos, and I love the sound of that too.
Yeah, we even jam it out even harder when we play it live.
Yeah, there's a cool video for it too.
Oh yeah, it's a really cool video. You should go check it out.
Those are relatable. How can you not relate to that? Does anybody else feel numb? You're asking the question of already feeling a certain way. That's so relatable. That's why it's like a double.
Playing those songs on this tour that we're on, the few new ones that we're playing, I think we're playing here and there 3 or 4 new ones, and the crowds are super. They're getting into it. They're connecting with the. Bert kind of explains a little bit about the song, and they're getting it, and
That's
they're going
awesome.
over well.
Yeah, and with a repetitive chorus like that, the kids, the fans, and maybe the people who haven't heard the new songs kind of can get where it's going.
Yeah.
By the third chorus, it's like, oh, okay, I feel numb. You know, they
Yeah.
get it.
It's a cool tour you guys are on currently. Girlfriends is one of the support acts on the tour. What's it like for you guys? Obviously, with the longevity, at this point, a lot of your peers grew up fans of you, took you as inspiration. Is that a cool thing? Is that weird?
We
Is-
just
what
we
does
just
that feel
have
like?
a guy that follows us around and keeps them away from us.
Yeah.
Like, listen,
No
stay
pictures.
away from the talent.
He's
right
And
there,
every time we
actually.
come on stage,
Hands
the
crossed.
big thing is a talent coming. I'm kidding. All that's bullshit.
I just realized something awesome. We're all wearing glasses, planned out.
Jeff and I are
including you,
Jack,
brother.
including
We
me.
all planned this out, right?
I'm in on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glasses brothers.
Glasses brothers and jacket brothers. It's flattering. It's really cool, actually. Pierce the Veil, their sound check to like 4 or 5 of our songs.
Really? 6
Yeah,
songs
you know, so-
yesterday.
It's super
I
flattering.
didn't notice that. That's funny. Nice dudes. We're gonna swap
It's
sets. at some
something that
point.
I really don't pay attention to. So when it's brought to my attention, I think that it's really sweet and nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
feel like your
kinda like-
influence is heard like all over the current like post emo, whatever you want to call the scene, the genre. I feel like you could
Yeah.
hear you guys.
Yeah, of course it is. We're the best fucking band.
Well, a day to remember on our day to remember tour, they wrote us a really sweet note saying we wouldn't be a band without you guys, you know. So
Those
we
dudes are
say,
so
yeah,
nice,
we
too.
know,
Oh,
guys.
they're
We
so
know you
nice.
wouldn't be. Like,
No duh.
you owe me money.
Yeah.
No, we're happy to be that kind of band.
I Hate Everybody, the next one. This one again as dark and lyrically dark as you could get with the line I hate everybody.
It's pretty much about feeling isolated. Maybe right now I'm the only one crunched down like this. It feels super fucking
I'm trying not
isolated
to.
for the whole.
You're not. I got you. I'm in front of you. Hold up.
Okay.
I know it's tough with the posture on the stools.
Feeling awful and feeling terrible. Whether it's anything, maybe physical, you broke your leg, and looking around at other people who don't have broken legs, you kind of get this, what the fuck? It's just me. I felt it a lot when I quit drinking, and I would walk by bars and stuff and be like, I fucking hate every one of those people that get to drink and can drink responsibly. I don't know if you can say fuck.
Oh, you could say all of it on this show, yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. So this song is about looking at the world during the pandemic and the people who are stoked about it. Oh, I love it. I love being at home. I love working from home. Fuck you.
Do you guys like getting real hands-on in terms of production, or do you leave that all to Feldman?
Production on the record.
Yeah.
Depends. Like, you know, we all have a say, obviously.
Yeah.
So, you know, some songs we all it's a group effort. So if something stands out, it's usually we all get it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
There's a cool little dynamic, like, and it goes from this side to this side, I think. Like, Dan really loves fucking rock and roll.
yeah, I'm a minimalist.
Yeah, he loves rock and roll, period.
Maybe I'm
Punk
more
rock
this
and
way
roll.
too. I think me and Joey might
And
swap.
then, yeah, Joey maybe swapped with Jeff. Like,
I'm mostly 70s.
have
too,
a little bit
80s,
more maybe openness to put things in a certain way, or put things, like modern music is tracks and tracks and tracks and tracks. But we try to incorporate stuff that maybe helps a song. And I'm the opposite end. I'm like, let's do everything. Let's make a harp song.
But even way back within Love and Death, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's all there. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
it was like All That I've Got, songs like that. You know what I mean? Like,
And I think with this record, it's all there. This
Yeah,
is
exactly.
a heavy rockin' record.
it's
Yeah.
not that far away from OG. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Really, we're just going with the times, but on our terms. It's not like, oh, this is what you do, so do it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little closer to old school
Yeah,
stuff too
for
than
sure.
some of the last few records, but
Mhm.
it seems older in some ways.
A little bit of artwork vibes on there.
Yeah.
which we all love.
We love artwork. Like paintings. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
love paintings.
speaking of artwork, the album art on this one is sick as well. Where did that come
Yeah.
from?
Our friend Cam Rackham, he's a genius.
Yeah, he's a wizard.
It's a really cool album cover.
Yeah.
Painted
It
too.
was Joey
Yeah.
Sparks.
He
was
painted
Joey's
this as
idea,
well.
actually. Joey had the idea.
Yeah,
And
Joey
then-
had the idea of
Yeah.
a skeleton barfing up rainbows or flowers.
Yeah.
And what a cool image. And it fits so perfectly with the whole vibe of the record. It's like this kind of deadness, but what's really inside can be beautiful if you let it.
Yeah. The next one is Pinky Swear. Love the pre-chorus on this one. Love the drums on this one. The fills during the chorus, so sick.
Heaviest riff.
Simple, too. Love it.
The bridge is bad as fuck.
Yeah.
Are you guys playing this one live?
Not
Oh,
yet.
we will.
Yeah.
Next tour,
Definitely this
we're announcing a fall tour coming up pretty soon. So we're gonna be playing some brand new stuff and a lot of deep tracks, older stuff. So
Nice.
we're
We're playing all of our recs back to back in one night.
The Errors
Help.
Tour.
The
Yeah.
first
It's
is
a 12 and a half hour show.
Yeah.
Joey and I were trying to figure out how long it would take you to listen to the entire used catalog from front to back, and it would probably be like 12, 13 hours.
Well, yeah, there's like
Yeah,
over
solid
100
day.
There's probably like
Wow.
150, 60. If you go,
Something.
All the B-sides and everything you're saying?
Yeah.
Just not the main records even?
Yeah.
even if you went 20 times 9, that's 180.
Songs.
Cause
Yeah.
so that's like 9 albums, but
Just
20
talking math
songs
here.
through the B-sides, so it's probably pushing 200 songs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you guys find yourself writing songs thinking about the live performance now? Or no?
Not so
Sometimes,
much.
like if you're, sometimes it's like, oh, this needs to be sped up, and you kind of
Oh,
do
yeah.
this thing, the
Yeah.
crowd
Yeah.
does this
Right.
type deal. But honestly, we do that when we rehearse. Like when we're writing, not so much probably, but when we rehearse, it's like we got to speed this one up because
Yeah.
I'll rush it or like, you know what I
Put
mean?
this
Or it
little
feels
part-
better.
Put this little part at the end that
Yeah.
really goes halftime and
Yeah.
lets the crowd fucking shred each other.
We definitely try to make sure the live shows have
Yeah.
more.
And I feel like we
vibrance.
go over better. Like I think we bring out the song even more live. Like it's like
Yeah,
we'll
of
probably
course.
talk about
That's
it
what-
later, but
Yeah, that's what rock and roll.
yeah.
That's what emo is all about.
Do you
Well, we're
guys have
better.
any-
We're better live. Like I mean, I'm not being cocky, but like we are a great live band.
Yeah.
You know?
Cocky.
Do you guys have any tips and tricks for a live band? We have a band here at Barstool, and we're playing our first festival this October.
Nice.
How long is your set?
30 minutes. It's a quick one, mostly
So-
covers.
So
That's
right before your set,
First cover.
run through the entire set.
That's what we do.
Oh, yeah.
We do that every
gotta warm
single
up.
Do that
show.
every day as a warm up, whether we play 30 minutes or an hour or an
I
hour
think
20.
the saying was "go off or get fired." I heard that
But
one.
yeah,
somewhere.
we all pick up our instruments and get this close and run the entire set.
Before every show, still?
Every
Every single
show.
show.
Wow.
So if it's an hour show, we play 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
If it's an hour and a half, we play 3 hours. So it's always.
And it's not half-ass playing. We're in there.
Playing the whole
you know
show.
what I mean?
My
Yeah.
V drums barely work.
yeah.
They
You
beat the
just
shit.
do it like back in the van, or not in the van,
Just
in the,
the
bus.
dressing room or wherever
Yeah.
wherever we possibly
We did it. We've
can.
done it in a trailer before. They ran out power to a trailer at a festival. They hooked up a generator and we jammed in the trailer.
We've done it with no power.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We do whatever we can just to go through it and have
Yeah,
that
sometimes
vibe.
festivals you have those weird trailers. Just get on your instruments and do it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's cool to hear that you guys still put that much care and effort into your set, because
Well, you
I
go
feel like
out
a lot
warm,
of bands of
you know?
your stature don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never know. Some things happen to where you're like, oh, that's fun. Oh, let's play that. And then
Yeah.
we'll play something at the show.
Lots of
We'll
ideas
add
come in
something
there.
different. Like, okay, let's extend that bridge or something. Let's do that. It'll
Yeah.
be way fun.
And it brings us closer as friends.
Totally.
Definitely, yeah. All
Like
that
when
bonding
somebody's
time.
in a bad mood, jamming, it's like Come on, man.
Oh, you beat a dick.
But we all deep down hate each other.
We all have separate
To
buses.
death. I hate
Separate
everybody.
managers, separate buses,
Yeah.
separate photographers.
Is that the Motley Crue way?
That'd be so terrible.
Headspace, the next one. Another just awesome rock tune.
I like
Yeah, it
Headspace a
seems
lot.
to be a lot of people's favorite. I think it has a little bit of everything. Like, has a little bit of every side of the used.
Yeah. Anything on Headspace?
Joey has to pee.
I gotta pee. So
You gotta
bad.
pee?
Just go. Just
Go
straight up
pee.
pee. You're fine.
Go
Just
pee.
go.
We'll
Come
be
on.
here.
Where are you going?
That's
Do you know where the bathroom is?
He's super worried.
So Headspace is pull down.
It would be amazing if he
Just
his
peed himself. I would love that.
Oh, that is a thing. That's a bit here. We call it piss dogs.
Oh, he could have done it.
wow.
Yeah.
He could have been on the team.
He could have joined.
Just
Yeah.
fucked it up.
Someone just pissed themselves last week.
Oh, that's awesome.
camera
I
and
do it
everything.
every day, so a little bit.
Yeah.
It's part of the fun.
Just a little sprinkle afterwards.
yeah, whatever. It's part
Little
of it.
dribble.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah. I feel bad saying
Anyway,
all
now
this.
that
There's
Joey's
a
gone,
woman in the
fuck
room.
that guy, right?
Dude, can you believe?
What's the deal with Joey?
Let's talk about how he dropped the ball on this album.
Oh yeah. Oh, terrible.
Headspace, we were in a really cool moment where we were able to try. There's a little bit of spoken word on there. There's a little bit of screaming. The chorus goes to a post-chorus that's almost just as catchy as the chorus. Yeah, we're really proud of that one. Seems to be a fan favorite.
There's a couple parts on that song that I really like. There's the bass and guitar follow each other through the verses, and it's kind of like a melodic line. But the best part about that whole song, for me, because it only matters what I think, but the best part is when the music cuts out and it's just vocals and like chords really mellow over top of it. Every time. Gets me every time. I think it's the second verse. The beginning of the second verse gets me every time.
When you record harsher screams or anything like that, do you have like a day dedicated to that, or is that just within the recording process?
No, yeah, we just go in the moment. Somehow my voice stayed together for most of the sessions. I think the end of the second session, there's a lot more screaming on the second session, I think. Maybe not. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of screaming on all of it, but
It's kind of cool. That's one of my favorite parts. Is that it's called an ad-lib track or whatever. You know, and when the song is complete, almost, we'll go in and Bert will just lay down like the or what, you know, just the little things, you know, and it's kind of cool to hear that because a lot of cool shit comes out of it.
Sometimes it's just funny too. There's like jokes that are involved, which is
Yeah.
the best part. But then
sometimes
magic comes out.
Sometimes the entire thing makes it on the song.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's back. He has returned.
Oh God! Anyway, bad about you. So glad that you're back. We weren't saying anything bad about you.
About you at all, dude.
You missed out. There's a whole section they do on pissing
I
yourself.
can't wait to watch back me just sitting like this for a minute before I said anything.
Why is he crying?
What was the
This is
most
coming out of his
difficult
eyes.
song, if any, on the record to get down the way you wanted it?
It's interesting. I feel like we kind of there isn't anything like that. I feel like the idea comes once we get into it, once we're kind of vibing on a song, it just morphs into something we love. I can't really think of a song that we abandoned or couldn't really get there. By the end of the day, it just turns into what it's going to turn into. And there's this moment in the afternoon where sometimes you have to push through. If it's like, this isn't it. This isn't the one. You know, we kind of just force ourselves to keep working on it. And usually by the end of the night, it's something that we end up loving.
Yeah, we go away from the studio every night like, we won. We fooled them again. We won.
Dude,
It's
that
nice.
pee made you talk. I like
I'm
it.
back,
He's
baby.
back.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, he got it out and he was ready to go. Cherry, the next one. Great build in this one. Great kind of softer start. And then in the end, it gets a little
Bridge.
harder. Another one with great bass fills on it.
Bridge, man, that's the one. That's what I keep saying it. That's where I'm gonna head walk.
We
one of
always
these
have
days.
really cool
Go on
bridges.
stage and just.
Yeah, it's
The bridges are usually my favorite part of the songs. They're usually like heavy or like, you know what I mean?
different.
Different.
Bridge
yeah.
into a
Weird.
final chorus always
Yeah.
goes harder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we love the theatrical bits. We always have I'm a theater kid at heart, so the strings and the plucky plickies. My wife fucking hates it.
Lucky Plicky, really?
Yeah, she hates the theatrical stuff. I'm like, you're
That's
out
my
of your
favorite.
mind.
Does she trash talk the used music to you?
No way. She's the biggest fan. She's the used biggest fan. So she doesn't hate the parts. She's like Dan. She just likes rock and roll.
She's just all over social media talking shit.
Oh, that's who's doing that.
Fuck these
I
guys.
see it come up all the time, and I was
Her
wondering.
name's Barry Stash.
Play your old shit.
Dopamine. Was this one co-written by Brian Lee?
Yeah, it was.
Brian.
Brian was
Yeah,
the
Brian's
best.
great.
Bri.
Yeah.
Bri.
I noticed
Oh,
that
Bri
he's
Bri. He's a
someone
fun guy to have around.
known a lot for pop music. I mean,
Yeah.
he's obviously worked with Blink-182 and pop punk bands and stuff like that. But I thought that was very unique.
Yeah, he just came in swinging. He's like a very, very talented musician, but he's also just a super cool guy to hang
Telling
with.
stories,
Yeah,
just
that
hanging
was
out.
cool.
It's just like he was part of the group.
Yeah,
tho-
we clicked
those
really quick.
sessions, we would just hang and hang and hang. It was awesome. Bri.
Bri.
I remember we do like lists of songs and the names by them of people that have worked with us. And I wrote his name 3 different times, and our manager was like, "Who's Bri and who's Brian and who's Brain?" Like, just, I'm like, those are all the same guy.
Yeah. Next one, Dancing with a Brick Wall. Strings open this one as well. Is that something right away you knew you wanted strings for this? Strings and then into like a very dancey verse.
Yeah,
Strings
this
came a
is
little later.
Strings came a little later. This is like a dance. This is like a dance party song.
Yeah.
Dan's party.
With
Dan's.
with a little cool kind of starting to open up about being okay, thinking about death as this insurmountable obstacle is I think what all humans do, you know. But coming around a little bit, the record starts to maybe have a little bit of a break from the heavy.
A little happy ending.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me
trying
of
to be-
80s music a little bit. I get this weird 80s vibe. I've always from the beginning of it, and I'm not sure. That's the route I was trying to go on bass, at least. Like 80s in excess or something. But
Yeah.
Did you have a
Oh, I thought you meant
specific
1880s.
yeah, 1880s. What are you talking about?
Oh my darling. Just kidding.
did you have a specific bass tone like inspiration for this one? Because it's particularly fat on this song.
I'm just slapping it, so it's popping out a little more,
Gotcha.
and also it's mixed more in, so you can kind of hear it. You know, it's
Yeah.
a little popping out on purpose.
Yeah.
But there's always a moment when you're getting ready to do bass on any song where we'll sit for 20 minutes
And
at
fuck
least
around,
and like
man.
get it as close, you know, that
Yeah.
something that he really likes, and it truly makes a difference on the songs too.
That's where that fuck around find out comes from.
Yeah.
It's from
Yeah.
fucking around with bass and finding out that it sounds good.
We found out.
That's
I
not
love
true.
it. I'm the
That's a
bass
lie.
player of the pop punk bands.
Oh, cool.
So bass
Nice.
I have a special affinity for, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I often wondered in my deepest contemplative moments, why is there another guitar that's just lower?
Because it's better.
Yeah. Ever listen to Big Bottom by Spinal
Yes.
Tap?
Of course I have. Yeah.
Why
I was
is there
just
a guitar
joking,
that's
I love
higher?
bass.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
that's the real question.
problem.
Why isn't
Who
there
cares?
just a saxophone?
They do make the 69 string basses, which is pretty
Those
much
are crazy.
the
The huge
Chapman's
board.
thing. What are they
Yeah.
called? Those things where it's all tappy.
Nice.
That dude made a
Nice.
69 bass. It's
69.
hilarious. Yeah.
Nice.
Top of the World, the next song. Another you're starting to come out of that rut.
Yeah, totally. And it feels like that. It has like a sweeping guitar kind of. And
Thought that was
and then
getting
kind
cut
of
for
goes
sure.
back to our roots a little bit. It sounds like a song that you could hear in the background in the distance at Warped Tour. Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck yeah, that shit's fucking
We got to get to
bopping.
that stage, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was a end of a second session type of deal. When I was feeling a little bit more hopeful.
Did you write the opening song and the closing song with the intention of them being the opening and closing songs, or no?
Not quite, but they were on.
Because they fit well.
They were on super separate ends of each session. Like I think Worst I've Ever Been was one of the first songs we wrote, one of the first couple, and then Giving Up I think was one of the last songs we wrote as well.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional, but I feel like Worst I've Ever Been in particular was one that once like the day was done, it was kind of like, ooh, this
Okay,
would
that's-
make a great
yeah.
opening song for the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, and listening to Giving Up, I immediately knew it would be a perfect ender. It's got like vamps out on that chorus and just kind of keeps, pleading with myself. Like, it's a pretty cool sentiment.
It's good positive.
Pretty cool.
It's
I'm
really
pretty
positive
good.
though to say that at shows too, bringing up all the intent behind it is really awesome.
Yeah.
You know.
House of Sand, acoustic one. Softer. Where'd the inspiration for this one come?
Well, we didn't have we haven't had any ballads for a while, and
Yeah.
we thought we needed to do something light and airy and acoustic, but still with the same twist that the Used seems to put on every ballad. Yeah, it was a nice time for a sad love song.
That was a cool moment too. That was similar to kind of how Lighthouse came together on Heartwork, where we were all kind of just sitting around with guitars, and I think maybe I played some sort of silly riff, and it was like, oh, that's cool. What if we did this? And then melody starts to flow, and it kind of just came right out of us. It was cool.
That's awesome. And then Giving Up, the final song on the album, more optimistic, a little more poppy, like kind of a different sound for you guys, I feel like. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, very poppy. We never really go to that distance, and I'm always punch, go,
It's a
go,
lot of
go.
hi-hat.
You're trying to go there?
Yeah, I love it.
A lot of hi-hat.
I like that riff. Yeah.
But
Giving Up.
You can hear it in the song. The intention is to be okay. You know, the intention
Yeah.
is to stand up no matter how low it gets. Such a lovely song. And the video, you should check out the video. It's out now. It's super, super sick.
It's
So
trippy.
it might be my favorite.
It
youth
is.
video
It's
we've
cool.
ever done.
We were all
Really?
blown
I'm
away
not
by
kidding,
it.
yeah. I really like it.
Who
pretty
directed it?
Who
Yikes.
did direct it?
John
Oh.
Rick Moranis.
I didn't mean to
Jim
put you on the spot
Gaffigan.
like that.
I think Ron Howard.
We're finding out. We're finding out.
George Lucas?
Both
Yeah.
Mario Brothers,
Oh, no,
actually,
yeah,
I think.
Mario.
Barry-
how
Barry-
All the
they-
famous
The
directors
Russo
got together and
brothers.
did
Yeah.
it.
Donnie
Scorsese.
Darko.
Tarantino.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Almost.
But no,
there.
the video's super cool.
Yeah, it's great. Though.
And we've been playing that song live, and it's going over well. People are moshing to it. It's so crazy. They're just like kicking the shit out of each other. Like, I'm not giving up. You know?
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier, but I meant this song. The positive, because we've been playing it live, right? And the positive intent that Bert puts out for this song is really awesome to see, you know?
Yeah.
Like, kids are getting a lot out of just the meaning of the song,
I
not
love
just
that.
having the song being played, you know?
All right, so my final question, I ask this to every musician or band that comes on. I'm a huge Oasis fan, and Noel Gallagher once said that he summed up everything he ever wanted to say in life with rock and roll star, cigarettes and alcohol, and live forever. So if you guys could pick 3 songs from the Used that sum up everything you've ever wanted to say, which 3 would you select?
Well, first off, I fucking hate Oasis.
Wait, you really?
Definitely not. Who hates Oasis?
That,
Some of
Agreed.
the greatest songs ever.
maybe Liam and Noel
Guys,
Gallagher. at
Don't
this
look
point.
back in
Guys,
anger.
Are we
Don't
talking
look
which
back
one?
in anger. That's one of, isn't that what it's called? That's one
Yeah.
of the best songs ever written.
Yeah.
Holy
you,
fuck.
You can't
Yeah.
deny it. Songs to take with us. Do you want to go?
I love All That I've Got. I don't know what it is about that song. Even before I was in the band, if I'd go out on tour, homesick, blah blah blah, I just love it. I don't know. I connect with it. I love the lyrics. So that's one for me. I love All I've Got. I'm sick of playing it live, but we still do. Just kidding.
It's hard not to, but
We play all the fucking hits and then some. Well, they're all hits.
Yeah, we
But
do.
anyway.
We do.
the whole, can you put a whole record, the whole artwork record to me means something to me. It was a time and a place, though, also.
Dark,
Very dark period, but
It was crazy, yeah.
that whole record itself.
dark in a different way.
Yeah,
We were like
yeah.
trying to be Motley Crue.
Something.
Trying to
We weren't-
live
it was just
like
happening.
Motley
I don't
Crue,
think
just
we
wasn't working.
we weren't doing anything on purpose. It was just happening.
Yeah.
Is the Used going to have their own version of The Dirt one day?
Nope.
It's called The Sand. It's not
I
a
hate
sand.
those kind of books. Yeah, I'll write a fictional story about a band that is not goes down in. Oh, what's the company? Run Zebra Run directed the video for
Giving Up.
and
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
It's amazing.
Fucking awesome.
It really is cool.
Maybe I'm overdoing
I want to
saying
say
the
it was
best
like we
ever,
watched
but-
the first version. And we're like, "Fuck, that's
Yeah,
perfect."
this is great.
Yeah.
I would take with me, I think on my own, when we got back from London and it was finished, I remember just listening to that song over and over and over and over for weeks. So in love with it. Still can get goosebumps and like get a little teary from that song.
And then one more.
How about you, Joey? What one makes you just want to pee your pants?
Well, one of my favorite Used songs from growing up, obviously long before I was in the band, is Yesterday's Feeling. That's always one that's, anytime I hear it, it just takes me right back to a place and a time and just a special time in my life, and I've always loved that one. We've played it a couple times since I've been in the band, but that's one that I'm always trying to sneak in the set. Love that one.
There we go. Well, everyone check out the new record from The Used and go see them on tour. Also check out that new music video directed by Run
Yeah.
Zebra Run.
Yeah, Giving Up, baby.
Now it's our chance to talk about Elden Ring, right? Like our character choices. Like,
See, I didn't play Elden Ring. I know I look like I did, but that's where I check out.
This Elden Ring tattoo I got.
What about
Damn, you
Catan?
guys, you
Hey,
guys
dude,
both
I don't
got the
play it.
Elden Ring tats?
yeah, what's going on with
I
you?
blew it. I claim to be the nerd, and I can't even
Yeah,
keep
you're
up an
not-
Elden Ring conversation.
Elden Ring and
We're still Base Brothers.
and
so hold on
Pride
to that,
Power.
right? Yeah, we
Yeah.
got it. Okay.
Mario Kart.